Thank you all so much for watching my video. If you want a free download of my ukulele chords cheat sheet, there's a link in my bio for a free download so that you can learn ukulele in style with this super cute print I made. Alright class, settle down, settle down. You know what the bubbles mean when you see the bubbles. Get in your bubble. Alright, I think today should be a good lesson for you all. We are going to be learning about the ukulele. Now, I call my ukulele my Yuki-Poo, which you certainly don't have to. And now, the ukulele is from Hawaii. And George Harrison from the Beatles, that's Ringo George. George Harrison from the Beatles said the ukulele was his favorite instrument because anyone can learn how to play it. And isn't that just a nice sentiment, you all? So, the ukulele is a Hawaiian word and it means jumping flea because the Portuguese immigrants in the 19th century brought a similar instrument, and seeing how fast their fingers moved on the instrument, the Hawaiians called it the jumping flea, which is what ukulele means, jumping flea. The original instrument was called a machete, and it had a different tuning. And you can even tune your ukulele to sound like a different instrument, like a guitar, but we'll be sticking with the standard tuning today. The ukulele has 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are C, G, E, and A. So now, you should each find a Yuki-Poo underneath your seats, and you can borrow that. So please reach down and get your Yuki-Poo right now. These are the basic chords for the ukulele. And there's a lot here, but don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about having to learn them all right now. We will get there. We will get there. The first row are going to be your major chords. They're kind of in a purpley brown color. That's a major. Then we've got our minor chords, a little spicy, so they're red. Then we have our 7th chords, which have kind of like a little bit of tension. Really good tension. Those are black. Then we have our major 7th, a little spice, a little basic, a little tense. And then we have our minor 7th in the dusty blue. Now you might be looking at some of these chords and thinking, how the heck am I supposed to get all my fingers on there to play that chord? Like the C minor 7th, the B minor 7th. And what you're going to do, if you just let me grab my ukulele for 1 second. You're going to create what is called a bar with your finger. And you're just going to put your entire finger, and some people like to use the other finger to press on top of it. Oh, how beautiful is that? And we're just playing really slow, really gently here. You have to go slow to go fast. You're going to want to be like that jumping flea, but you need to play very, very slowly. Slowly, 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 slowly. and then you'll be able to play it at speed, which will be great. But first, we're gonna play slow. So, there's all these chords, which is great and all. But most chords that you're going to use are going to be on this first row. The major chords C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And I find I mostly end up using C, D, G, A minor. Yeah. A lot of the songs that you're gonna Google search when you go home. How do you play this song on the ukulele? They're gonna be using these chords right here, mostly. And then like a couple of these. So we're gonna focus on the major chords today. And the first one is really easy. That's C, the C chord. It's just one little finger. I'm using my ring finger right now. You might change what finger you use to play each thing depending on the song and the chord progression. Next we have G. That's using 3 fingers. And my instinct is to put the middle finger the highest up, and then the ring, and then the pointer. Of course, that's natural. However, you're probably going to want to swap, and you're going to want to put your middle finger on that bottom string, 2nd fret, pointer finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, and ring finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret. Okay, I'm looking, I'm seeing, do we all have the G? And that is because in a lot of songs, you're going to be switching from G to C. And if you finger it like that, you can just slide the middle finger over if you want, or the ring finger can just come on down and hit it there. That was a little loud. So we've got our C, we've got our G. Now, my personal favorite is D. And you remember the bars that we did before where it was just all one finger? This is kind of similar. It's just all these 3, all the strings on the 2nd fret except for the bottom one. You could even bar it and not hit the bottom string for a similar effect. Okay, next, A, a great chord. And that's going to be the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then the 1st string, 2nd fret. Oh, little Johnny, that's far too fast. We need to really rein it in, play it slowly. Let's try rocking from A to C to A to C. We're going as slow as molasses here. Very slow, very slow. Okay. Our next chord is F. And F is just like A. The same shape, but you want to take this fingy and bring it down. So we just had A, and then we're gonna have F, A, F, A, rock with me, F, A, F, A, Okay, fantastic. Now let's do a little tricky one. But I think you're up to the challenge. I think you're up to the challenge. I think you're up to the challenge. Which is E. We're gonna find our bottom string. We're gonna slide our pointer finger up. And then we're gonna take our ring finger and we are just gonna bar the first 3 strings on the 4th fret. It is a tricky shape. And so we're playing our chords so slowly because if one of the notes isn't getting hit right, it'll sound kind of deadened. So let's see. See? So if it sounds kind of dead like that, do you hear it? I just need to press a little harder with that knuckle. Alright, the final chord of our major chords is B. B should feel a little bit easier. And let's just give her a little hand, a little swirly around. Get out those tensionies. It's a new thing you're learning, so it's gonna hurt the fingers at first, but it hurts a lot less than playing guitar. Okay. Do we give our fingers a good finger waggle? Finger waggle, finger waggle, finger waggle. Okay, good. B, we're gonna bar, remember the bar? But just the first 2 on the 2nd fret. Or the bottom 2, rather. And then we're gonna take our middle finger and we're gonna go 3rd fret, 2nd string. And then, wait, how am I gonna do this? No, we're gonna go middle finger, 3rd fret of 1st string, and then ring finger sneaking right down there. I won't play this one very often. That doesn't sound right, now does it? Oh, that's because I have it wrong. It's the first 2 strings, the 2nd fret, the bottom 2 strings. So the bottom. And then the 3rd fret, 2nd string, 4th fret, 1st string. We're playing each of our strings, making sure none of them is deadened, making sure that bar is good. Alright, class, that gonna be the major chords on the ukulele. And so your assignment is to go home and think about a song you like to play. I really like to play the Beatles. And you're gonna Google this band ukulele chords, and you're gonna try to learn the song. Depending on the song, it might be trickier, but that's okay, because if you try to do something that's like a step above where you are, that is the space where you get to learn and grow. And that is the good stuff right there. And then you'll play your songs for the class. And we'll learn more chords next week. So all your ukuleles are on rent. Please treat them with care. An instrument is like a relationship. It's like a pet. They need to be played to stay in good health, but you also have to treat them gently and take good care of them, okay? So everybody give your Yuki Poo a kiss. Say thank you, Yuki Poo. Thank you, Portuguese immigrants. And I will see you in the next class. We gotta teach these kids how to play ukulele.